Welcome to this introduction to UV editing in Maya here, and I'm gonna take this object here. It's kind of a submarine diving instrument or some kind of meter here, so we can see depth or whatever. First off here, I'm in UV editing mode. You can set it here to UV editing, and I'm using the UV toolkit. So we have the model here, we have outliner, we can hide it here. Just gonna click on it and rearrange a bit here. Yeah, so kind of the tools here, we have create, we can create automatic mapping. So let's see what that one does. Just lays out the best it can do here. And sometimes that's kind of only what's needed. I'm just gonna go in here and see here a bit what's happening. And that kind of worked okay. You can also do, for example, if you select the object and say planar mapping, and if you hit shift onto this one, you get a settings here for if you want to have y-axis or x-axis. So yeah, there's different way to skin a cat. So you can either do automatic mapping on this one, or as I do here, planar, and then start to take some of these side profiles and project front. So I think I'm gonna do that actually just there, so we can see another way of doing it. So what you can do here, if you do a few ring selects here and grow the selections, just gonna see here, so I get, yeah, I'm gonna get to that line there, and then if I right click, you can see if I can start to scale this out now. We can see here now it's essentially connected on both sides because it's projected on a profile. So what I need to do here is actually to cut a UV line here somewhere. I'm just gonna grab one here and see where it ends up. Take this one, you double click on it. I'm gonna get the whole line, and if I go here and shift and right click and get this marker menu, I'm just gonna cut this one. So now essentially I've opened the UV there, UV shell, and now I want to lay this out. I'm not using here an unfold along U and V here, so sometimes I don't know which ones. I guess it's a little bit of trial and error, to be honest. So unfold U seems to be the correct way. And if I undo that, you can see here now it's essentially the previous profile, and I cut it there in the middle. If I now unfold it, it's gonna unfold it. So now you essentially, where I cut it is gonna be there and there now. And we should always strive to get the checkerboard to be uniform, whatever we do here. So let me take this one as well here. It's gonna do the same. Let's do a planar, and so I'm gonna right click and do this planar as I did on this other guy. Just first gonna scale this down somewhat, so, and yeah, I'm just gonna take now the one of this here and go here and cut it again. And let's unfold here along U as well. Okay, now we have those two profiles. I'm just gonna place them here somewhere. Now we have a planar. We essentially have everything is projected planar, and this one is from the side and unwrapped there. And if you want here, we can actually go here and say optimize a few times, see if something happened. Nothing really happened. If I do this and optimize, you see here, you can kind of see what happens. It tries to kind of force it into the correct proportions there. If you would have this one scale a bit, you scale it up a lot here, so you see that those checkers are stretched, and if you optimize it, it will go back and kind of unfold it so it match the spacing and all of that. Let's see here. I could essentially do the same as I've done on the profile here, just to take go here and ring select. So I'm gonna shift and double clicking, and then it selects the ring around there. And let's do another planar, but from a side there. Just gonna move this out and scale it down here, kind of so. And now let's see here, where do I want to seam? Let's say that this is up. Either I can have a seam right down there or in a corner. Let's take one there. So it's that one, and I'm gonna cut it again and let's double click on the shell and unfold along U. And now we should essentially have nice unfolded there. I'm gonna do an optimize a few times there as well. Okay, so I guess we have these. I'm just gonna isolate this one, shift 1 there to isolate. So this one here we need to do something about. So my idea is to do the same. I'm just gonna do here, take planar projections. Let's see here. If I grow selection here, grow 2 times, that should get that one. So yeah, I can do all at once. I'm just gonna go and take them all and then grow once I have these selected. Grow and hit the G button to repeat. Okay, and now let's go planar. Cut them somewhere. I'm gonna cut them in the middle somewhere. Okie dokie. And now I'm just gonna select them and unfold. And there we have the interior, and then run a few optimize a few times. Yeah, I could this one. It's not really seen, but yeah, why not? Gonna do the same here. So I'm just shift double clicking to ring select there. And another planar. I'm just gonna scale them down here again. Okay, and cut and unfold U. Oops, I just want U. And let's see, just gonna place them here. So I'm used to this just arranged. You see they ended up on top of each other. So now we're just doing this arrange and layout. I'm just gonna stack them and see here. Oops, I think I missed something there or did something funky. Let's see what happened there. I think yeah, let's see. I can take this one and okay, I need to investigate where this guy is. So yeah, I didn't get that one. Let's redo that. And let's unfold. Now it should be okay. Now we have a bunch of things here, and now this form is kind of layout. So now we just need to get everything in you see here, we have a bit of a different scale here. So the texel density, we kind of want the same UV layout on all parts of an object. And that's true for an entire asset as well. So you usually, when you lay out UVs for an entire object, you have some kind of scale that everyone agrees on. So you can import an object and get the UV size and then scale all of the other objects to that UV size. So let's say that you have a cube that's a known dimension for an asset. You import it, you get the scale, and then you apply that scale onto all other UVs that you unwrap. Let's say that you want to get the scale from one of these UVs. Let's say that this here is the scale it want to do. Let's say that we want to make it slightly smaller, and this is gonna be the scale that we want to propagate out to all of the other UVs. So what we can do here is just to select this one, and then we have, let's see where it is, transform. It's one of these guys. There's gonna be texel density. So if you select this UV here and say get, we get this value here. Let's actually set maybe 90 and hit apply. You see it's gonna be scaled down here now. So now this has a texel density of 90. So let's just move this over and select all of these other guys here and hit set. You see now they're scaled down. So now they should have the same kind of spacing here, or you can see that all of the checkers, they should look exactly in the same, at least have the same scale there. So now it's just, we can start to arrange this. So what we can do here, let's just say that this is 0 to 1. So this is where we want to maybe start to lay them out. I'm just gonna scoot these over, start to arrange things here. And there's a few, yeah, I'm kind of packing things together using this arrange layout here. Let's see here. If I select all of these here, similar objects here, and just hit this up arrow, you can see they stack them here. So if I do that on the side, it's gonna lay them out in a row. So depending on the geometry. And you can see here, they are very close to each other. So if we start to play with this value here, they're gonna start to, you see here, 0.1. Now they are very far apart. So it's gonna depend here. 0, maybe 0.1. Let's see here what happens. Is that too much? 0.5 like so. That's probably because we want to have some space here to, when we start to paint this in a program, to actually have a a border for the UV. If you place them exactly on top of each other, the program might not bleed the texture edges properly, so you might get errors. So yeah, okay. These guys here, we can do the same. Just place them. Try and place them somewhere, maybe there. It's a bit like Tetris now, just to get everything. Okay, to UV shell, just gonna move these. So yeah, I guess this one we should be able to place inside there, and I think I might just slightly cheat this, because you see here, it is essentially should be exactly on top there, but I'm just gonna scale this down just a tad here to be able to actually use it inside here to save some space there for this round object. I don't think we will ever see that. It's such a minute. And these guys here, this one is super long, so we might wanna either cut it down a few times, or we must cut it down. So the question is now, where do we want to cut it? First off, we want to cut it on the other side here, or yeah, let's try that. And we need to essentially cut it again. And now I'm gonna stack them here. Okay, so let's take these guys now here. And these one are imported and they already have UV. So I'm just gonna place them here and use the same scale here as I had before. So let's see here, 90. I'm just gonna place them somewhere here, and let's set the scale. That's kind of it there, and let's arrange them here as well, like so. So yeah, I noticed here that I have some strange things here. I have more of these than I should have, and then I think I realized that I didn't delete these guys here. So I'm just gonna rip them off here. I don't need this. When I model it, I kind of extruded and I left these, so I'm gonna take this away and go here to UV shell and then restack them there. And let's see, I can take these guys here on top. Just gonna place them like so. Okay, and now we just need to cut this one down further. So let's see here. I think I can just slightly sheet this and cut it here in the middle, like so. Yeah, let's see here. This is for 4K here, so I'm thinking I'm actually gonna scale this down, because I'm gonna use this on like a board, and I don't need 4K. So let's actually I'm gonna scale this down to considerably now, and then I probably won't need to cut this down as much as I did there actually. So let's do that now before I've gone too far here. Let's take this down to 30 or something. You can see here now everything is just exploded, but I'm just gonna go back here and scale it down and set this to 30. Let's see. What I'm doing here is essentially just testing the scales out and scale it down until I get kind of the same ballpark there. Let's see. Set. Okay, now they are in the scale. So yeah, I think 1, 2, 3. You will probably get 3 of these into a 4K, and that's probably something I want to do. So yeah, this one we can have as is. And these guys here we can actually now sew together again, because it kind of doesn't want too many seams here. Gonna move and sew like so, and then they are combined. Place it there, and these guys we can do the same with. I'm gonna sew this together again. Let me see here now. Let's see. Do I get this into a 4K patch? Nope. But let's at least flip it in half. I'm gonna cut it here then. I'm gonna lay them out there. So there we have the base for that. I'm just gonna straighten this. Because when I duplicate these guys out now, I might wanna stack them. And yes, I'm also gonna prepare here, because I might wanna have like 1, 2, 3 on top when I lay out additional later on. This guy, I'm just gonna set this to the UV there. That's a plane, so it already had UVs. So that's gonna be like the interior of where I'm gonna have all of the numbers and that stuff. Let's take this guy here. And let's see, I can just do an unfold. See what happens. Optimize. I'm gonna take this one to the correct size, texel density, and it's gonna see how that one worked really. If I go in here and okay, and texel density 30 there, and just I'm gonna actually weld one of these faces together here. Just so they attached like so. And now can I just place it somewhere inside there maybe. And we need to fix this one. Okay, so yeah, we can open up the this, take away the base there. I don't need that. And let's take a planar. And one from the side as well. Okay, and now let's unfold along, or we can, yeah, I'm just gonna cut it open here, cut, and unfold along U, and another optimize a few times there. Optimize. I'm gonna weld. Let's see if I just gonna weld that one. Okay, there we have this one. Okay, we need the same texel density, so let's set this to 30 and just place it somewhere. Okay, so now we just have this one left to do. And let's take a look at that one then. What do we want to do? Let's take an automatic just to see what happens. And yeah, let's see here. We can probably just move and sew this together here and see what happens. Oops. Move and sew, and let's see if I weld these together there. That's fine. And whoops, I should have. Let's see here if I optimize it. Yeah, it didn't work. I'm gonna optimize it first and then fold it. Okay, that looks better. Oops, there was something fishy going on there. I'm just gonna place them like so. I kind of want the checker to be parallel there. If I apply a noise, I think that's gonna be better. And I wanna have them at the same direction. And I'm gonna actually take the bottom side here and let's see which one is the bottom. I'm gonna cut it here as well. I don't want this to be attached there. Just gonna cut this line here. Change my mind, and let's see here. I'm gonna rotate it, boom, boom, like so. And I'm just gonna place all of these guys next to each other. And let's do this. That's better. Let's see where we can stick them in. Like so, and there we have the first layout. So let's delete history and all of that. Freeze transformations. Okay. And so what happens now, let's say I group this. Just gonna test here. If I now duplicate this, transfer it over there, and we can move it by 0.4, for example. Let's see, we wanna 0.4, and there we have a duplicated layout. Okay, so that works. I'm just gonna now delete this one and save the scene, and now I'm ready to duplicate this out to my other parts later on.